The house at the end of Willow Creek had been empty for years. At least, that's what everyone thought. When Grace moved in, she was just looking for peace and quiet, a place to heal, away from the city and all its noise. But peace is a fragile thing, especially when something else is already living there. It started small. The sound of children's laughter in the hall soft, like echoes from another time. Then toys began to appear. A small red ball at the top of the stairs, a little wooden soldier on the windowsill. Grace didn't own any toys, and she lived completely alone. One night, while unpacking a box of old books, she found a music box hidden under the floorboards. It was beautifully carved with the name Eli. When she opened it, a strange, haunting lullaby played backward, and in the reflection of the brass lid, she saw Hema, small boy, standing right behind her. But when she spun around, no one was there. The next day, she asked her neighbor about the house. The old man's face grew serious. "You shouldn't stay there," he warned. "That boy, he died a long time ago." He told her the story of a family from the 1950s. Their son, Eli, went missing one night. They searched for weeks, calling his name through the woods and fields, until they finally found him in the basement, sitting in front of a broken mirror, humming that same lullaby. He'd been dead for days. Grace wanted to believe it was just a story, a local legend. But that night, she heard footsteps again, this time, coming from the basement. With a flashlight in a trembling hand, Say went down. The air grew colder with every step, her breath turning into a white cloud. On the wall, written in the thick dust, were 2 words: "Play with me." Suddenly, the flashlight flickered, and from the deepest shadows, a small figure stepped forward, bare feet, pale skin, his head tilted at an impossible angle. "Eli," she whispered. He nodded once, then smiled, a slow, unnatural grin stretching across his face. She backed away, but he followed, dragging the music box behind him. It opened on its own, the tune playing faster and faster, twisting until it sounded like screaming through metal. Grace tripped and fell backward. The flashlight spun across the floor, and in its frantic beam, she saw dozens of handprints on the walls. Small ones, fresh ones. When she looked back, Eli was inches from her face. He whispered, "Now you found me. You can't leave." The next morning, the neighbor saw the front door of the house standing wide open. Grace's car was still in the driveway, but the house was quiet again. Eerily quiet. Inside, everything was covered in a thick layer of dust except for one thing: a new toy soldier sitting on the windowsill, and carved into the wood beneath it was a single word. Grace